Now, this is a stream about the new elements feature. So let me get over to here, and now I know you're probably like elements. Let's get into this. What are these elements here, and what are they? Now, this is a LoRa, and I've completely forgotten what the acronym name is. I knew I should have written this down, and I say this every time I stream. I should have written stuff down, and I didn't. But I'm sure somebody in the chat will enlighten us to what the LoRa acronym actually is. And basically, what this is, what it was explained to me is it's basically putting an extra fine-tuned model on top of the fine-tuned model you're using, and it's got a few little tweaks and stuff that can be done to tweak the weights and such as well. So it's basically just an extra element to add to your creations, basically. And you may see here with the screen as it is, you have, what is it? Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, unlucky 13 that are compatible with most of the models, because most of the models run on Stable Diffusion 1.5. Now, if you change this model here to Stable Diffusion 2.1, and then click elements again, you'll see that with this one ticked, the only one that's compatible with that is the surreal collage. So I think Leonardo Diffusion is 2.1 base. So Leonardo Diffusion is the one I've been using this one with anyway. So if you're wondering, how can I use it? Basically, this runs with all the 2.1 base models. And if we switch it again over, as Danny said there, I'm going to have to turn alchemy off for this because Stable Diffusion XL doesn't run with that, and click on that, and then we go back to elements again. You'll see there's another new 4 there: the coloring book, the folk art illustration, kids illustration, and toon and anime. Now, if you want to look at the whole list, you can just unclick that one, and it will show up the whole list, and it will just have incompatible next to the ones you can't use. So I find it a lot better personally to have that one up there. So hopefully that's, because this is a question I'm getting quite often, like, is there a list somewhere telling you what models go with what element? There isn't a list, but now you at least know, you can break it down yourself. If it's a model based on 2.1, it will be the surreal. If it's based on 0.9, it'll be these ones. And if it's based on 1.5, it will be all the other ones that are usually there. Thank you, Ruby. Yes, LoRa stands for low rank adapt. Yes, sorry, Tuxman is let's conquer these elements. Kelly there with the woohoo. LoRa add a certain vibe to your image based on how much weight percentage you select. Yes, Danny, that is correct, and this is what I'm going to be getting into in a second. Right, let's get back to these elements now. Basically, what I'm going to do is just click over to DreamShaper 7 because these are. Oh, let's click that one again. These are the elements that most of you are going to probably be familiar with because most of the models do run on Stable Diffusion 1.5 models. So these are probably the most popular ones. And what I'll do is I'll just click one for now, and I'll click confirm, and as you can see, it's brought up this other box just down here now, and you've got this little slider there. If you want to keep that there just to check things, you can slide that one, and basically it just turns that one off while leaving it there, so you don't have to go back in and get it again if you know you're going to be using it soon. And over here, this is probably the most important part. This is the weight. Basically at 1 you are at 100% of the Baroque element being used. Now you can take that down to go to there 0, and as you see, you'll get this little warning. Weight of 0 will mean the element has no impact on the generations. So again, I'm assuming that this is where you basically may as well have that off. And you're probably thinking, well, why would you need to go further down? Well, my guess would be that if you're going into the negatives, what you're doing there is literally taking out all the elements that this would add. You're basically taking them out of the image. Now, if I'm using just one element, quite often I will leave it at 1. because I want to see that element quite heavily. If I start adding more elements, I will try and make the math add up to 1, so as I'm not going too heavy on the weights. But again, that's up to trial and error. There are so many, I mean, with each little click, you're going down like 0.1%, you know, that, I mean, once you've got 4 elements added there, I'd imagine there's close to an infinite amount of combinations to have there. So again, I've definitely not had a chance to try everything out, and at the moment I've been keeping it to figures that equal 1. So say if I've got 4 elements, I'll for an easy example, I'll have each of them down at 2.0, because you can't have 2.5, and it kind of adds up close to 1. If I was to go to the 3.0, it would obviously take me over to 1. So you see what I mean, see where I'm getting at. It's a math thing and a little bit of play. So let me just jump back to the chat there, because I don't want to be ignoring anyone. Just to be the actually guy, instead of adding a style to the image, Laura will instead remove styles that are not in line with the chosen Laura's theme. So in essence, it simplifies the image generation by zeroing in on chosen styles and themes. Thank you, Tuxman. Okay. No, this is what I mean. This is why this community is so important, because I had it explained to me one way, and this is it being explained another way. And again, I don't know who's right or wrong, because I haven't gone into the programming behind Laura's, so I really don't know. But that kind of makes just as much sense as it adding an extra layer on as well. Each way would result in a similar outcome, if you get what I'm saying. Yes, now we've discussed weight a little bit. Very quickly, to start off, I'm going to show you probably what not to do, or what you probably don't want to waste tokens doing, and that is, let's just pick some random ones. We'll get 4 in there, and yeah, we'll have a toxic as well. Why not? What I'm going to do, you see, is this is the kind of thing, some people will be wondering, I wonder what would happen if I just did that. Well, let's have a look what happens if you just do that, and then let's do the opposite of that, just so you know what not to do. Whoa, and here we go, look. This is with all the negatives off. And you're seeing it's almost leaving that diffused image, or non-diffused image. And as you can see, with all of them on, it's trying to add a little bit of everything, and you're kind of getting nothing. I mean, don't get me wrong, I imagine this could be, a new modern art style or something, but I'm not saying it's necessarily bad to look at. These ones I would say bad to look at, but these not necessarily bad to look at. But this, I get similar results when I've tried with this stuff each time. So that's just to show you the extremes. So basically what I want to do here now is just showcase an example of what each one does by itself, and then we'll try mixing a few up a little bit and changing weights. So what I'm going to do here, I will actually, we'll go through photoreal first. I tend to go for none. Pretty much with all my presets, it's none. Just as an FYI. What we got there? Got width and height. No, we'll go for that one there. And let's click generate. And then let's turn that one off. Let's go none there. And actually no, we'll leave it. Yeah, I suppose if we're going to run through, well, let me see how this one turns out, because I'm not actually sure how this one's going to turn. Oh, actually, I did do a test earlier. That's what this one was. Yeah, I don't think we'll be using photoreal. Let's see how this one turns out. Oh, actually, no, that's not too bad. That shows off Baroque quite well, actually. Yeah, all right, we're going to keep photoreal on. So as you can see, with the Baroque, you get a lot of this kind of Baroque. The design of this element very much brings out that classic look to me. As you can see, with the prompt, I've not prompted for any kind of clothing here, anything like that, and you do tend to get this more older style, I'm loath to give it a time period because I'm not that good, but you get me. They've all got that certain aesthetic there, very similar, even if the colors are changing. And yeah, that's what this style adds. It adds all these little. Try and zoom in on that. This little, I don't know how to explain it other than the Baroque look. I suppose it can almost appear a little bit like the quilled paper. I don't know if any of you have experimented with quilled paper. It can definitely add that kind of almost look to it, I suppose. So anyway, and all this talking, and I could just be generating another load of images. Ah, they have popped in, and this one was the bio. Oh shit, I shouldn't have even needed to look at that. As you can see with the biopunks, it's taken away a lot of that Baroque style, and we get kind of lots of greens. It's a bit more, I want to say fluid, but I'm not sure that's the correct term because it's probably not the correct term. And I should also state, yeah, I'm not an actual artist. I stumbled across this December, January kind of time and joined Leo in February, and the community taught me everything I know. But you can certainly see the style changes, all I'm trying to say. For me, like I said, it tends to give. Oh, actually, no, I was saying that. The cloth on this looks really good, but it tends to give me personally what I would call a more fluid look. And like I say, it definitely leans heavily into the greens. So if you are going for wildlife, not wildlife, flora and stuff, then yes, this one can lead quite well into that. So seeing the leaf there made me think of how good it did on some landscapes the other day. And oh yeah, that's another. Yeah, you can get this nice shine to it. Not quite ray trace shining, but you know you get a nice little shine there as well. And moving on up, we have Celtic. Oh, and yeah, the Celtic punk kind of speaks for itself. So you get the very Celtic knot kind of look. I've not had this before, an awesome face tattoo, but that is awesome. And again, leading into the greens, the nature, that kind of thing. So I'll have a quick buzz through those, and as you can see, all getting a nice similar look. Oh, loving these tattoos. And up here, got crystalline. Yeah, I mean, again, crystalline, pretty self-explanatory. We'll see a lot more jewelry in there, a lot more gems, that kind of thing. The edges maybe a little sharper. See on the ears here. So yeah, if you're going for jewelry or you want a nice crystal statue, maybe. Yeah, anything you want to add a good shine to, a nice crystal shimmer. Oh wow, that looked like Tim Curry then when I flipped over there. Not quite so sure now, but first impression was like, wow, did I just create Tim Curry there? Yeah, broccoli. Yeah, could turn him into a Viking. Well, you get a kind of a Viking vibe from them anyway. That's what I mean with the dwarf in there. It tends to lead into the beards with the knots and some long hair. So it is Tim Curry. It's Curry. Frankenfurter, was that his name in it? See, even that doesn't ring true to me there, Johnny. Sorry. Right, let's run through a few more of these. We got the crystalline off. We want... Yeah, we're just doing one at a time. So I was just about to do what Danny said earlier then and select them all, but that's not the purpose of what I'm doing now. We got that one. Ebony and gold. And again, pretty self-explanatory. Going to lead into the golds. Surprised not getting a bit more ebony. Maybe all right. Maybe in the wood on the background there, but usually quite often I get almost like enameled jewelry. You know, is it enameled? No, it's not, is it? Yes, it is enameled. Yeah, when they put kind of an enamel in the jewelry, and it'll there'll be a lot more of this like ebony obsidian kind of look to it, but. Anyway, alright, let's click through the rest of these. Oh, we've got another face tattoo on this one. Not as good as the Celtic, but... There we go, see? We're getting it in there. A little bit of the enamel and stuff in it there. Oh, and down here. So, there we go. So I got rid of it. So there you go. This is without elements. This is what it's see, you can just see, you know, kind of... And that kind of matches up with what I got earlier. You know, I don't think it will still be on the screen, so I'm not going to scroll all the way down. And which one was this? Oh, the gingerbread. And again, so you see, it gives it the gingerbread look. It very much looks like you could break pieces of that crown off there and give it a good munch. Very nice indeed. Have a quick. Well, I don't know. The hat looks a bit woolly, but I'd have that badge on the front there. That'd go down nicely. Cup of hot cocoa. Element. So the glass and steel. I mean, this one can be quite similar to me to the crystalline one, but at the same time, not. I've had this a few times actually, where it gives a dome on the head with a metallic-y kind of look, but it almost looks like there's something inside of it. You know, like like in the cartoons where the like villains got a hat with kind of something going on inside of it, or a mask. Kind of that kind of thing. So, and again, yeah, here it's almost trying to encase something in glass. Elements in. Oh yes, this is actually, I can't think what I was declaring as my favorite at the beginning, but this one is fast becoming one of my favorites. It really adds kind of a nice mood to things, but also you get flames in unexpected places. I get loads more success with fiery eyes. Anything basically that involves flames, this is definitely the Laura to be using, the element to go with. And as you can see, I mean, let's quickly go back down to that one. You can see on the faces of all these, there's a lot more, crinkly, shadow and stuff like that. These are a lot brighter, a lot more to it. But these ones, it gives that mood, It's like these are definitely the bad guys. Oh, yes, I like the flaming crown there. Oh, he's got a flaming belt buckle. No, that looks too much like his really is. So he could, I don't know, maybe he's got some kind of infection. Poor guy. Right, let's just run some more of these, and then I'll come and have a look at the chat quick. Oh, we got ivory and gold. I do like this one. This one's good with, mind you, both these ones are good with, what's it called? Kintsugi. If that's the correct pronunciation, I'm not sure. But yeah, Kintsugi, those two both work well with. 5, I think 5's the maximum. Anyway, let's have a look at the chat there. Dwarfs or gnomes? Question mark. See, I haven't actually tried gnomes. Or have I? No, I did. I tried gnomes early on, but I think I settled on dwarfs because it kind of gives the same effect. And when I was using gnomes, it tends to put them in, gnomey looking clothes. Garden gnomey looking clothes. Right. So, and I've found with the mix I've got there, the was it dwarf, elf, imp, possibly? Let me go back to my screen and have a look. Yeah, dwarf, elf, imp. I mean, there is more as well. Sometimes I'll have fairy in there as well. Sometimes that will quite often add wings into the mix. There are a few other combinations as well that work really well, basically. So that's from Youngblood. Univar, are you going to try other prompts as well? Maybe something futuristic to compare results? Well, see, I mean, at the moment, I'll tell you what, I'll do that for the incompatible models, the ones that aren't compatible with this one. So we can change it up a bit. But for this one, my plan here was basically to be able to go through, and you can see the same prompt, but you're seeing what's being added to it with the Laura. But yes, for the rest of them, I will change the prompts up a little bit. Right, so yes, this one's the ivory and gold, and as you can see, it gives that very regal look to this one. I'm not getting too much ivory in here. Again, what you normally get is that enamelled jewellery look when there's jewellery involved, and it's not really happening here. If anything, this looks almost kind of like a neutral. Like without, it almost look similar results to without. Except maybe a bit more gold in there. But it's a shame that didn't come through with the ivory, because the ivory can look really good when that comes through as well. But this is the thing with live, you never know what you're going to get. So what's this one? Luna. Oh, it hasn't given him what I was hoping. Quite often with Luna, it'll put him in like little spaceman outfits, astronaut outfits, with maybe a helmet on, sometimes not. I mean, we've got kind of a moon in the back. Right, I like that background, actually. That's pretty cool. But it hasn't added it's almost giving him a steampunky kind of look, actually. I'd say there. Yeah, I think maybe going with this could be the prompt overweighing. But I mean, we're getting a little bit. Quite often get these little bits on here, but yeah, the chess pieces definitely usually look like you know, astronaut chess pieces. Oh, I suppose we're kind of getting little leads coming off here, kind of trying to go for the look without actually giving it. We've got something a bit futuristic up here, I suppose. Yeah, not too happy with that one. Lunar Punk was or is, I suppose, kind of one of my favourites, and this is probably the least favourite creations it's ever given me, unfortunately. And this one needs, I don't even need to go up here. Arr, me hearties, this be pirates. And as you can see, you will get a very piratey look there. If you're going for ye old pirates, this be the way to get it, me hearties. See, with Tiki, you get that very wooden look, even in your actual characters. You know, he looks very chiseled. You know, it's a real character, but you know, a very chiseled character, wearing you know very nice wooden designs with the kind of tiki style on it and stuff. The beads, awesome, awesome stuff. So yes, I do like this one as well. I still like it, but it's my I say least favorite of them all is probably the gingerbread one. Is that toxic? 'Cause that looks like oh I mixed them. I was going to say that looks like Tiki. I didn't take Tiki off. Yeah, but anyway, yeah, I was going right. But see, it's noticeable enough. Like I said, I knew almost straight away something was off there. It wasn't giving me quite what I was expecting. I was expecting toxic, but yeah, very much got Tiki with a mixture of toxic. The background there, you are getting that kind of luminous green coming through. It's given a very biological, you know, look to things. Certainly brightened things up almost, and yeah, the greens, oranges have come out a lot more. So I actually like that. I don't think I've mixed those two at such a heavy weight before, and that's oh, I like that bad boy. That one, yeah, that one at the end. That's a nice surprise. With gemstones in the prompt, they grow enormously with crystalline. Yes, one to none. Well, I've got some crystal prompts that I've done in the past, and yeah, using the crystalline one, it's like crystals on steroids. Yeah. Staff recruitment interview. Go for something illustrated next. I think the elements show up better in a non-photorealistic setting. Yeah, that's why at the beginning of the stream, Sagan, I wondered whether I should go with photoreal or not. But I'm kind of glad I did, to be honest. This has worked out quite well. But yeah, I am certainly going to be mixing things up a little bit when we go on to the incompatible models. What have we got here? Oh, this is Toxic Punk by itself. And as you can see, it's taken away the wood, gone way more into but I hate to use the word again, but the more biological kind of look. So, and as you can see here, oh, let's scroll down here, add in that toxic kind of dirty look to things, you know. Oh yeah, again the green coming through on the skin. He has been through the grinder. I like the lighting on this actually. The light yeah, I like the lighting with this element, I've got to say. Gives you shadow and still maintains the detail. I like it. Well, for anyone else who has just joined, basically, if you unclick this button, you will see the incompatible models. The reason they're incompatible is because at the moment I've been running the Royal we have been running with models based on Stable Diffusion 1.5. So all these compatible models here, these are the models that run with, these are the elements that run with models based on Stable Diffusion 1.5. If I go back, I've got to get rid of photoreal for that, go down. If I go to Stable Diffusion 2.1, click elements again, you'll see that now the only compatible model is the surreal collage, and this one will only work with models based on Stable Diffusion 2.1. And if we go back here, oh, got to get rid of alchemy. And if we go to Stable Diffusion XL 0.9, click on this one again. Yeah, see we have 4 new ones, and these are the ones I'm going to play up things with a little bit, and we'll mess around with now. And these ones only work with Stable Diffusion XL 0.9. So if you're wondering what the incompatible is, hopefully that's cleared things up a little bit now. So what are we going to do now? That's right, we're going to mix up prompts. Well, I'll tell you what, yeah, as soon as you want to change prompts, does anyone want to give me a prompt to try with... We'll do the Stable Diffusion 2.11. In fact, no, I'll use Leonardo Diffusion because Leonardo Diffusion is based on Stable Diffusion 2.1. So that one works with Surreal Collage. So if you want, anyone want to get, and remember, Leonardo Diffusion works well with hard lines. Oh, so if it can lead into realism a little bit, I suppose it was for the, yeah, it was before, it was kind of a go-to for semi-realism. Darker, moodier images. It can give you slightly, I hate to say the word nowadays, but you know, an uglier look to things. In, again, my aesthetic opinion. Oh, should we try? Oh, that's what I want to try with Leonardo Diffusion, actually. That is perfect. Mundo. We're going to try this one. It works really well with this surreal element. And with the Leonardo Diffusion model as well, it gives it, like I say, nice hard lines. So I didn't change the aspect. Oh well, we're going to get a square image, but see what I mean? This element really works well with double exposures, man. It really does. Oh, all right, maybe not there. Unfortunately, when you do double exposures, you will quite often get a double face in there somewhere. Maybe hiding away like that one, or maybe just big and bold on the other side. But also on the like kind of converse, like sometimes you will get a nice split image. So it'll be, you know, one thing one side and one thing the other, but split down the middle. And I know there are other prompts to get that effect, but sometimes you accidentally get those here as well, mixed in with double exposure, which can be quite well. And this has almost done it, almost, but not quite. Artistic image, dreamlike scenario of a person falling from a great height, rendered in a blurred and abstract style, create a sense of surrealism. All right, that. There we go. Again, this is just my preference over things. What have we got here? This is it's because it's coffee cup. We're gonna need, yes. In fact, we'll do a colouring in book for a coffee cup. Let's see if you've put colours in there. Well, we're gonna try it. We're gonna try that without the colourful and with the colourful. Okay, Sagan. For him, it will be a teacups with crumpets and scones. Like basically the reason I take out those what you've called useless, what I would call unnecessary words is to get closer prompt coherence. So that I know when I reuse that prompt, it's going to give me something similar. I saw there was possibility to do the element in negative. What does, yeah, that I'll be playing with the weights in a second. But yeah, basically what that implies to me is it takes away the elements that it would otherwise have added. So say you've put in illustration of a landscape and you're using the Baroque element and you put that down to a negative, what it's going to do is try and take any Baroqueness out of the final image. Yo, Team Western, how's it going? And Tuxman, Touch of Tequila. Well, now you have my attention. Yeah, Google it. It's called Desperados, the beer. Yeah, I suppose it's trying to give you that kind of Mexican outlaw kind of feel to it. Oh, what was this? Well, dreamlike scenario person. Oh, person falling from a great height, rendered in a blurred and abstract style, surrealism and disorientation. See, that one maybe didn't necessarily need to be there, but again, you know, there's no such thing as a useless word. So, yep, soft focus, motion blur, yep, dreamy, colors and shapes blend together. So, yeah, we've got it, see? That, and as you can see, in each one is a pretty, you know, oh, I like that. That's almost like a negate effect. So, and that's with the kids illustration. Oh, that's with the kids illustration. All right, okay, that, yeah, fair enough. With the kids illustration, I can see where that's going. I don't know why it's put the man in a suit in each one of those. Yeah, and person, and it's a man in each one as well. That's strange. This is an anomaly. Look, usually Like I have to put in the negatives to get a male. Like I have to put female and all sorts in the negative, and I've just got 4 images there with the word person. Look, oh my! Have I just broken some kind of Leo safeguard there? I don't know. Right, so let's try that with which one did I do? That was with. Let's try it with folk as well, because that's an illustration one. Because I've just kept you listening to my rambling talk for a while. Let's try it with tune and anime as well, and then we're going to try it with that one as well. Why not? Oh no, damn it! I've just mixed them. Right, we're going to do that one, and then we're going to go and grab Sagan's. Ah, here we go. Right, we've got these generated. Oh, actually, let's start down. Where? There we go. Right, this one was with the folk art. Okay, we've got a bit more of, geometrical kind of formations coming on here with that one. And again here. Oh, I quite like. Oh, it's a shame the person's messed up there, but that is not. I mean, I could take that into canvas, get rid of that if I wanted. Yeah, did it before. Yeah. All right. All right. See, I'm learning here. I've not used these too much because I'm not a massive fan of Stable Diffusion model. I mean, I like it. Don't get me wrong, but there are other things I prefer doing with my time on Leo. Yeah, this one is the toon and anime. I'm not getting an anime feel. Not really getting a toony feel either. On this one, oh, the colouring book. Yeah. All right. Oh, gonna say it almost looks like somebody's coloured that in with when you use a pencil or pen you get the those lines where because you go over it at certain pressures and stuff and it creates those lines, so that's why I went maybe, but then no, I'm making head candy up in my head. Ooh, I quite like this over here. So let's go back and get a teacup. Let's get a teacup, coffee cup, and we're even going to add Sagan's special sauce in there. Even though my special sauce, and I'm not sure it's the same concept or principle behind Sagan's special sauce, but my special sauce is capitalization. But basically, yeah, my special sauce is when I do my own prompts, I basically capitalize everything. Yes, we'll make it a landscape for a coffee cup. Leonardo Diffusion, elements, surreal. Surreal for this one. Look, let's have a gander at this. Oh, and look at that. Oh, we've got 2 handles there, but that doesn't matter. All the easier to get that cup with its contents to your mouth. Look, I do love the Leonardo Diffusion look. I mean, it's incredible. It really is. Like, I know we get carried away sometimes with the newer models and stuff that come out, but oh wow. Leonardo Diffusion is useful for so much, especially if you're after like t-shirt designs, logos, anything like that. Like Leonardo Diffusion is the way to go. Look at that! That is incredible! Oh wow! What was we using this? Yes, surreal collage. Thank you, Sagan. That was incredible. That was absolutely incredible. Right, let's try that now without colourful. Oh. I mean, hasn't done colouring book, as you can tell, but that is it's almost like it's done an ebony and gold. Have I clicked the wrong one? And it's almost like it's got Baroque in there as well. Baroque. Damn, so I was hoping that I would get a nice colouring book image of a teacup there that you could colour in yourself, but it looks like we're not going to get that. So what I want to do with this one actually, because that one was a fail, let's cancel that. Let's add an element in there. See, I'm not sure whether this will 3D it up again, but I want to go with toxic, for the coffee. And in fact, let's go back down to here and let's reuse that prompt. So we got all your prompt backs. And yeah, silly question. What does HW in prompt stand for? Secret sauce. Yes, that's what HW is. Oh, wow. All right. Oh, yes. Very nice indeed. I'm not sure, like, Toxic Punk didn't do anything near what I was expecting to that, but it certainly added some brightness. And I mean, obviously we got the spilled bits and the little bits down here. I think this is maybe what the Toxic's done, but oh yeah, all right, we got a Toxic puddle going on here down the bottom. Oh, and actually the contents of the cup. Contents of the cup are toxic. Apart from that one there, that doesn't look too bad. Maybe that's I don't know, a latte or one of those ones that's got one of those, shapes on the top of it. That one's not too bad either. I'd drink that one as well. So we've got an epic, toxic volcano landscape, luminism, romanticism, and masterpiece. So what I'm going to do here, this is where I'm going to mix things up a little bit. I will, for this one, we'll go for Dream Shaper, I think. We will switch that around. So it's on a landscape. And what we'll do now is we'll go for a 50-50 mix here. No, let's go crystal. Let's go crystal. And again, we'll put that down to 50%. So now basically what we're doing is it's trying to add 50% of the toxic and 50% of the crystalline in there. So we'll see what that one gets. Now again, just because I'm doing it pretty much, I'll try and make it add up to 1 if possible. But again, you can play around with this a little bit more. It doesn't matter if it goes a little bit over 1, lots over 1. You're going to get an image either way. It just may not always be something you want. Ooh. Oh. See, I didn't even need... Oh, mind you, it's got volcano in there. But see, we've got that nice luminous kind of face to the volcano there. The lava is very glowy. This almost kind of maybe got a crystalline patch there. But anyway, you see, it's very... The landscape is very craggly. Fractal. Thank you. God, couldn't think of the word. Oh, and like I said, we've got the nice luminous stuff. Now, I think that with the crystal as well, you could almost imagine that being like maybe a bit of quartz there, some emerald glowing out there, maybe, or some jade or something, So that's what I mean. Mixing it up a little bit, you can do, and what you can actually do, like I say, you can add up to 4. Yeah, we may as well add it up to 50. Which one do I want? We'll go for 30 on this one and just a 20 on the Baroque. And we'll see if we get any of the swirly Baroqueness of it. So, not getting the Baroqueness I was expecting. Maybe a little bit in the cloud there. Not really. I'm not getting the swirls I was expecting. You're getting kind of the fractal look to the thing which the crystal prompt brings in, I think. But I think if anything, yeah, any kind of Baroqueness is in the cloud, maybe. Oh, we're getting maybe a temple here. Oh, we're getting some swirls and stuff around here. Again, this is what you're getting with mixing it. You're getting a little bit of each of it, and you still got the prompt to contend with as well. So, all right, yeah, all right. I'm kind of seeing it. In fact, no, let's change the weights up a little bit on that one actually before we try anything else. Look, let's go for 50 on that one. And we'll knock that one down to 20. And just give it a little bit of a switch up and see if we can get a bit more Baroqueness in here. Oh, you want to go for a t-shirt design there, do you, Kelly? All right, Mr. Books into AI images. We'll do that. I think it's all there. Aha! Now we're getting that more Baroqueness coming out in the cloud swirl here and such. Getting a castle up there, which is kind of what I'd almost expect. Yes, but that Baroqueness is definitely coming out there. We're almost getting it in the formation there on the volcano as well. Yes, it's giving it more of a classic look. Trying to add buildings in and stuff now. It's very Mordor-ish, this one, actually. Paste this one. I'll let you guys read that. I will add a U there just for my own sanity. I say again, this is the benefit if you're watching this on YouTube in the future. This is the benefit of being here live for these streams. You actually get to see some of the incredible images that people post in the chat. So we got the t-shirt, we got the elements. Should we leave it at that? No, we don't really want crystalline for a t-shirt design, I don't think. Oh, Tiki might add some nice hard lines. Like I say, I do like it to add to 100, but I don't mind sometimes if I think something's a bit too much, knocking a little bit off, or maybe adding just a little bit more on. But for my sanity, this tends to work well for me. I've been working on a prompt for the seventh plague of Egypt. With a composition similar to John Martin. Unfortunately, I don't know John Martin because the YouTuber said AI could never reproduce it. Oh, okay. Aha, t-shirt design. Oh, shame it cropped the foot. Oh, mind you, for t-shirt designs, I've done a rookie mistake there. T-shirt designs, if you're getting a lot of cropped images, like, you know, a lot of cropped up images, and you're thinking, oh, this is just doing right, blooming head in, go on to a square ratio. You want to put, and this is, again, I know you may think, he's just put centred. Yeah, unfortunately, in the UK, that's how we spell centered. Centered image, or yeah, I mean, you can put like perfectly centered stuff like that in there as well. That will help. It's not perfect. Nothing. I mean, quite often there are no like cure alls. You know, the vibrant colors, and in order to make those vibrant colors stand out, I'm going to go for black background. Bang. You'll see a lot less of a cropped image now anyway. Did I not say? Did I not say it'd work? Alright, don't be a sore winner, D. Don't be a sore winner. So as you can probably tell, I've had little bit of experience now trying to get t-shirt designs and stuff going because I've tried to start up like, you know, Etsy stores and such, and trying to get images like this was a pain in the neck at the beginning until I learned those few little tricks there that I've just shown you. Put it into a square image, add a black background and centered image or perfectly centered. Symmetrical can help. Well, symmetrical can help more if you want something more symmetrical, you know, something more of a pattern or something. Obviously, if you want a bit of variety like this, then you don't really want to put symmetrical in there, but even then it could well work pretty good as well. I mean, if anybody else has got any tips for t-shirt designs, I know a lot of people want to do them, so please chuck them in the chat there. So I don't know, this will be repeated if you've been here since the beginning, but I think it is best to get this out there as much as possible because it is a big question at the moment. Now with the elements here, you will see you've got show compatible only. If you untick that, you will see you have incompatible models. The reason they're incompatible is because they're just not compatible with Stable Diffusion 1.0, 1.5. So basically what you got to do there, if you want to, right, Leonardo Diffusion runs on Stable Diffusion 2.1. So I'm going to use that for an example. So I've loaded that model up. I'll click on elements again. And as you can see now, the only compatible model is this one because Surreal Collage only works with models that are based on Stable Diffusion 2.1. And I've got to switch this one over to Stable Diffusion XL. Click on elements again, and you will see we've got a new 4 there. And these are the compatible ones this time. And that's because these models only run with Stable Diffusion XL 0.9. So hope that clears up that confusion, because to be fair, it took me a few days to figure out how to use these, and yeah, a little bit of trial and error. And then it was like, oh, actually, okay, it all clicked into place when I realized it was based on models and, you know, it was based on the Stable Diffusions and not the models. Sorry. So, yeah, I hope that's cleared a few things up. The model, show an example with 3D render. Is it useless on flat painting as example stickers? Well, but see, this is the thing with a 3D render. See, this is basically what. Let's have a look at the prompt. I think he's got it in here. Yeah, vector. Basically, if you got vector in there, it's a trick 3D. It's not really 3D. It's a trick 3D. If you get me. I don't know how to explain it properly because, like I said, I'm not an artist or a digital artist where I think vector really comes in. But basically, it's a trick way of making something 2D look 3D. I'm pretty sure. Please, again, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, so isometrics, sorry, is where it makes a 2D image look 3D. I'm sorry for that brain fart. Again, I'm no expert on the different terminologies, and I get there in the end usually, even if I go the slow way round. Yes, scale them as you wish. Yes, thank you, sir. Yes, yeah. And it'll keep the resolution. Resolution. That's what I was. That not quality. Resolution. Yes, and yeah, isometrics looks 3D, but it's not. Yes, thank you. That's the word I was actually looking for. It was who was I trying to answer there? Azure. Yeah, the models show an example with 3D render. Is it useless on a flat painting? Example stickers. See, yeah, no, it's not. In fact, let's take out vector illustration and let's put isometric. Hey, I spelt it correctly. I want to go for Leonardo Diffusion because that's my favorite for making t-shirt designs. We're going to go like that, and we're going to go with an element. What we're going to go? Oh, we're going to go for surreal because that's what works with this one. Why didn't that? Oh, because I didn't click to confirm it. And we're going to generate there. We've got nice square images now. How did these ones turn out? See, it's not turned out too bad, but a little bit too, I don't know, kiddie for me, childlike. Yes, it's more what I want, more of a gritty, darker kind of, grown-up illustration feel to it. Whoa! Yeah, I mean, you can tell the surrealism's coming out there. That's like a xenomorph head from the Alien movies, but a moon. Like, a xenomorph head, moon. That is surreal. As surreal can get. And we're coming, like I say, coming up to the limit now. So if anyone's got anything else to say, any other questions about elements? Oh, you want to see a building? What, in this style? Or actually, that's before I do anything. Mix it up a little bit. All right, so well, let's jump back to my prompts here, and we'll right. So we want a building. We want a build or buildings. We have. No, we'll just put castle. We'll just put castle. Keep it simple. Keep it simple. Stupid. We're building in. No, see, I don't do style. Like I mean, everyone else perfectly free to use artists and stuff. I have no problems with it morally, ethically. We all learn from other people. It's just I personally don't like to do it because I know some artists complain, and rather than step on someone's toes, like I don't know whether they're okay with it, then so that's the only reason I don't. Like I say, I mean, personally, I don't think there's anything morally wrong with it at all, ethically wrong with it, because, like I say, the way humans learn is very similar to the way AI learns. We take in information, we take our subjective, chunk out of it, we take our subconscious chunk out of it, and we spew out the rest. So, yeah, I'm very much of the school of there's nothing new under the sun, and there is almost, original thought is the exception rather than the rule. Probably should have gone to landscape for that. And I mean, to be fair, I mean it's not Leonardo Diffusion is great, but it's almost taking it a little bit too literally here. It's not giving it enough detail. So if we go to maybe absolute reality, actually, this is one where we can try photoreal. We'll click that one off. We'll put that one on none. And like I say, I like my crystalline with this one. I'll leave the weight on 1. And I think, no, that's, width. Excellent. Right. It's got quite a Halloweeny look. I've got to say, all right, Halloween coming up at the end of the month. If you want Halloween stuff, Leonardo Diffusion's your model. If you want, yeah. See, I didn't even prompt for Halloween, and that has very much given it Halloween style. But see, same prompt look. This is where, again, learning your models comes in and knowing what models are good for what. I said I wanted more detail. I went over to, Photoreal was bound to give us more detail, really. But if I'd gone to, absolute reality, if I'd gone to, Dream Shape 7s, RPGs, pretty much any other model than Diffusion, I know I would have got more detail. And as you can see, it's mixed that. Quill paper, the kitsumi I think is cut paper, and the origami is folded paper. So, and it's mixed that with the crystal, and it tends to do a great job for me. To be fair, my final thoughts are please just experiment with this, have fun with this stuff. It really is absolutely incredible. In fact, some people seem to like this one, so let me just copy that, paste that in the chat, so all you guys can nick that and have fun with that, add some stuff to it that you want to see. And that, again, that kind of leads me in. Yeah, please, like, experiment, do what you want to see. I've sometimes got into things where I was like, oh, I'm seeing what other people are creating, so I want to create, to make other people happy. Make yourself happy first and foremost. Play with the things. The community on Discord is incredible. Literally, I mean, there are so many people that know this better than me. They know things different to me. There is no real right answer. Of course, there is, but at the moment, the technology is so young, you really can have fun with it. So have fun with it. Have fun with the community. Join the challenges. And please play with the elements. Thank you so much, Leonardians, for turning up. Laters all. Thank you so much for this. You are incredible.